top of them. Georges St-Pierre, maybe not the greatest talker, but arguably one of the best to ever get in the octagon. Well, there's a back and forth in a contract dispute between St-Pierre and the UFC. St-Pierre says he is a free agent. His lawyer citing UFC inactivity, the reason for termination. UFC has responded that St-Pierre remains under an exclusive contract. This is what they said. Georges St-Pierre remains under an existing agreement with Zuffa, UFC's parent company, before it moved to WME IMG. As his MMA promoter, Zuffa intends to honor its agreement with St-Pierre and reserves its rights under the law to have St-Pierre do the same.
All right, so as of right now, Georges Pierre says he's not an employee of UFC. Brett Okamoto, we teased this top of the hour, says within the hour that the UFC has announced that they're going to be laying off just under 15% of their 400 employees, so somewhere around 50 or 60 employees. But right now, one word on GSP.
Crazy times for UFC overall, but looking at GSP, my one word is gamble. Now, this battle marks the continuation of a changing of the times in MMA. We're feeling it day to day. New ownership at UFC. It appears free agency on the horizon. However, personally, for St-Pierre, this is a gamble, as things could get held up, and he might miss his window to fight again. He's 35. He's been inactive for 3 years. Maybe he fights the good fight and is looked as a champion for fighters, but he has said as much. I feel time is not on his side. He's got to get in there sooner than later.
I'm confused. That means people at home are confused. You're missing the entire point. My one word is money. Money, 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 money.
Well, that's part
what
of
this
getting
is all
back
about.
in. Yeah, money and get back in the octagon.
No. He's saying he's a free agent because whether he fights in the UFC or Bellator, he's going to make one of those companies back up the truck. He's only got a couple of fights left. Let's be honest. So the UFC is saying, wait a second, you're not that big of a star anymore for us to pay that much to, guarantee-wise, and then go out and get, what, 1.5 million people to pay $59.99? They don't know that to be true. Times are changing with the UFC. If you're going to make that much money, you better bring it in, and they don't believe right now he can. That's the holding up point.
Well, and you talk about layoffs and the like. They're about their bottom line right now. That's the bottom line right now for UFC. You've got to make sure you make money.
That's what I was getting to.
All right.
Thank you, Max. See, finishing my sentences.
But
my
mine was
one word.
good. Mine was good. It set you up real nicely.
It really did. My one word, money.